Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel once again. In one of my last videos, I had explained you how you can send push notifications to Flutter Web from the Firebase console. But in that video, I didn't cover how you can send push notification directly from our Flutter Web whenever we are doing some kind of operations like addition, delete, update to our Firebase collections or those kind of operations. In this video or in this tutorial, I'm going to explain you step by step process how we can send push notifications directly from our Flutter web applications, also in our mobile applications. Keep watching this video till the end to get the full steps that we are going to implement one by one. These are the steps that we are going to follow. First is that this is the endpoint that we will be calling, and we need to enable this course for this endpoint, and the third is that we need to get a server key. I'll be explaining you what is the server key and why do we need and from where we can get the server key. So let's jump to coding. Before jumping to coding, if you're new to my YouTube channel, then you can consider subscribing. If you like the content or if the content is helping you in any manner, then you can share this content with your friends and colleagues so that they can also learn from this tutorial and implement this feature in their applications. So let's start. Before starting, let's go to pub.dev and look for Firebase messaging. Go to this Firebase messaging packages and go to this example section. From this example section, we will require few lines of code that are required for showing the notifications on emulator or actual device. So we will need channel, we will need this Flutter local notification plugins, and we will copy the methods available here. This construct fcm payload and send push messages. If you go to the bottom of this page, this one will require this method, and we will not use this API. We will use that API that I had given in the steps, and we will change few things so that it will work properly. So before adding this Android Flutter local notifications plugin, we will have to get that plugin. Here this is the plugin name that we will have to get from this pub.dev to add into our pubspec.yml file. Go to the installation section, copy this one, and let me come to this pubspec.yml file, save it. Now the package is added successfully, and I had already run this app, and you can see the app is running already. We are going to use the same source code in this tutorial as well so that we can save some time for this tutorial. Let's go back to our Firebase messaging and create a channel there in our main.dart file. Just paste it above the main method here and import the package name. Come down, copy this one channel and remove this one, just paste it like this, and we'll have to copy this line, Flutter local notification plugin class, and there is another initialization on the top, this one. Just copy this one so that we can directly create a reference. Now the reference of this Flutter local notification plugin is done. The next part is to copy this one. Here you can see show Flutter notification method is there, right? Just copy these lines because in our previous examples we had shown a model bottom sheet. If I come back to show Flutter notification, you can see we used a model bottom sheet to show the notification whenever we sent from Firebase console. I'm going to comment out this one and paste it. We don't need this web page check. Just save it. Now restart this app just to check whether it's working properly or not. Now the app is reloaded properly. The next step is that we have to implement the method that will actually send the notification to our device. We will implement this feature in two ways. First, we will go to the new item page. We will create another text field which will accept a device token. That device token will generate when we run this similar app on our emulator, and from this emulator we will get the device token, and we will pass the device token to our newly created text field on this bottom of this item price, and we will receive that device token, and we will set that device token while calling to our send push message. So we are going to implement that one by one. On the second part, we will host this, or we will deploy this web application into our Firebase, and we will run that emulator on our Android. So let's create one more field on our account page just below the price field. I'm going to create I'm going to copy this one and paste below our price, and let me just rename it to device token. I'll create another controller for our device token. Let's rename this as well, device token controller. I'll have to hook this into our newly created text field. Now the device token field is created. I'll just increase the width of the device token field so that the device token, whenever we are going to give as an input, will fit. Like the device token width is increased so that it should look when we try to input the device token, the actual device token. Now the device token part is done. On this floating action button, we have a method save item. We are going to call the send push message method once we actually save, or once after saving the value into our vegetables collection. So let's go back to our Firebase messaging, and here we have two methods. One is to construct a payload. Just if you come down, this is the method that we are going to copy and paste it here. Paste it here, remove this JSON counter and import a dart convert package and remove this one as well. I'm just removing this one as of now, and we don't need for this example, and remove question mark from there as well. This value should be changed to 2, because if you keep this as token it will not work. Now come back to our Firebase messaging package example and copy this section. I'm just going to paste below that, and here you will see one HTTP package needs to be imported. Okay, let me just go to here and copy this as HTTP import line. And come back to that method section. Here it says token, but in this case we are going to get the token value from our device token controller text. This token we are going to pass here on the construct fcm payload. And remember, I told you that we are not going to use this API, rather we are going to use this API endpoint. Before calling this API, we must set this in our course configuration file in our cloud.google.com. If you don't know how to set, then you can follow my other videos and come back to this step later. I'll give that link in my description, you can check it out later. Now here we'll have to add another key, that is authorization, and it will accept a value of key equal to server key. I'm going to create the server key on this line, and we will get the server key from our Firebase console. Let's go to our Firebase console, and if you go to the project setting, you can see a tab called cloud messaging. This cloud messaging API legacy is enabled, right? For your case, it might not be enabled. You'll have to go to this manage API Google Cloud Console, and you'll see API is disabled, or you'll see a option to enable your API. In your case, it will have an enable button. You just need to enable it and come back to this console and copy this server key. This is very much required to send notification. Now I stored it in our server key and I am passing it to our authorization. This is required to send notifications through this endpoint. Now our method is ready. We need to hook this method after our save method is called at this line, because we are going to send notifications once our collections or items are added to this vegetable collection. Now let's check one by one whether everything is correct or not. Send push message method is called. Then we have server key. We're calling this endpoint. Server key is there. Construct FCM payload. We have two token notification and hello flutter file. Instead of hello flutter file, we are going to give different value. Hello flutter developer. Hello flutter developer community, and in this body I'm going to give please subscribe, like and share this tutorial. Now save it. After saving, just restart this application, and we will deploy this application into our Firebase console before sending the notifications. Now the application is loaded successfully. The next step is that we are going to push or deploy this application into our Firebase hosting, because at the same time you cannot run this web application and run the app on emulator at the same time. That's why I'm going to deploy it into my Firebase hosting so that we can send notifications from there. I mean, whenever we are going to add a new item and give the device token, it should go to the particular device token. That is the main reason that I'm going to deploy it into our Firebase hosting. We just have to run these two commands. One is the flutter build web, which will create the bundle to be hosted into our Firebase hosting, and the second is the Firebase deploy command. It will take some time. Now type the Firebase deploy command. I'm going to give some message here that direct push notifications, so that I can show you in my Firebase hosting that this is the current version we have just deployed. Now it's deploying to our Firebase hosting. Yes, the deployment is complete. Let's go to our Firebase hosting here. If you come here, you can see direct push notification, right? If you click on this second link and just do a hard reload so that you can get the latest changes. Sometimes the latest changes doesn't come due to some cache, so that you just need to do a hard reload and come back to this new item. Yes, you can see there is a device token text field, and we will pass the device token in this field and we'll do a save. Before doing anything, let's close this web app from here and open up our Android emulator where we are going to get our notification. Let me close this web app. the web app is closed and the Android emulator is getting started. Emulator has started. We just need to run this app on our emulator. Let's see. And once the app is installed on this emulator, we will copy the device token. The device token will be printed on our console. As you can see, we have a method to print a device token or to get the device token. This device token will give as an input here, and we will see the notification on this app bar section. We should be able to get the notification on this app bar. Let's wait for this app to be installed on this device. As you can see, the app is installed on our emulator and you can see the items are being displayed in the list view. But if you come to this web app, it is in the grid view. I did some modifications just to make this app look better. I have added a layout builder in our item list page, as you can see, and I have done a check of max width less than 600 so that it should fit to our mobile device width screen. I've just added some layout builder to make it look better, that's what. And if I come back to our main point, here you can see we have a device token. This is the device token of this emulator, which is visible on the right hand side, and whenever we give this emulator device token to our page or to our item creation page in this section, then we should get the notification in our emulator. Let's try that one. I'm going to give I'm going to pick any image, potato, and give the potato image name and some value 890. When we do save, it should go or it should send push notification to this emulator. Let's try and hit the save button. Let me come to this emulator and there is the notification, you can see, and you can see this is the message that we had added in our account.dart file while sending the notification. If we come to the bottom of this page, here this is the data and this is our notification title and body that is visible here. Hello Flutter developer community. If I go and change here, instead of writing this hello Flutter developer community, what I'm going to add is your item name. Your item is created, your item name is added successfully. So I'm just restarting this app and I'm clearing this notification from this emulator, and let's retry it from our Flutter Web. Now I'm going to create another item of lady's finger. The price will be 199 rupees, and I will have to give this device token. This is the same device token that we copied last time, and give it. See, in this tutorial I am giving the device token as hardcode value, but in your applications you can get the device tokens from your collections, users collections. Whenever your user registers in your app, you capture the device token and store in your collection data or anywhere and read the data and call this method in a iteration. Now let's save it, and after saving we should get a notification with a different message, and you can see, okay, hello Flutter developer community. I think this isn't saved. Okay, the second message we didn't get because we didn't publish this app to our Firebase hosting, because we are sending this message whenever we are trying to create a new item. If I go and redeploy this app, then we'll get the different message. Application is deployed successfully. Let's do a hard reload and test it once again to see the different message in our notification. Now it is hello Flutter developer community and we should get the different message. Okay, let me go and add different image this broccoli 2 with 770 and let's copy the same device token from this console and give it here in the device token text field and click on save. Now we got the notification and this time you saw right your item broccoli 2 is added successfully. Pick a image tomato price 330 rupees, copy the device token, paste inside the device token text field, click on save and open this not Android emulator and you saw your item tomato is added successfully. So this is the way that we can send direct push notifications to the device or devices with the help of this REST API given by the Firebase. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries related to this topic, and if you are facing any kind of problem, then you can do let me know in the comment section below, or also you can reach to me in this mentioned email so that I can help you to fix your problems. Keep watching my other videos as well. Till then, see you on the next video. Thank you so much once again.